Hey guys, welcome back to CWF Toys, here with another action figure review and unboxing. So today we've got the Mafex bootleg CT Toys Wolverine. You could say just, yeah, the CT Toys yellow and blue suit Wolverine. It is a bootleg, but you can just safely say it's just the Mafex bootleg from CT Toys. But I think this figure is 10 times better than the Mafex, and it's a way better price, and we're going to dive into it and check it out and see how well it is. I do not have the original version. I don't have the Mafex version, but this version was way more affordable, and it looks to be smaller in scale, and I can't wait to get this thing open. So without further ado, first we're going to go over the box. So let's see here. So right there on the box, I'm the best there is at what I do. Wolverine saying that. Number 96 would be Mafex, but it's a bootleg from CT Toys. Honestly, you could honestly just say it's not even a bootleg because, I mean, this figure looks really damn good. Like, just to put it lightly. Sorry for using the swear word there, but yeah. Mainly a PG-13 channel, so hopefully that doesn't bother anybody. But yeah, Wolverine Mafex, CT Toys, Wolverine action figure. 6-inch scale. On the side you see the little logos. Really nice shot. And then you got all kinds of shots on the back. Really awesome. And then obviously the writing at the bottom that unfortunately I cannot read. But there you go. So, oh, also I forgot to show the top. The Wolverine X-Men yellow and blue suit CT Toys Wolverine. So, alright, so there's the box. So I'll be back in 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, so we're back. So we've unboxed the figure, and so now we're gonna go over articulation. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is freaking awesome. I mean, like, look at this head sculpt here. I mean, this is like perfect comic accurate Wolverine, and he's short, and I love it. I love how short he is, especially compared to, say, the Marvel Legends Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Not too much shorter, but if I stand him up straight, you guys will see what I'm talking about. Way a lot of height difference there. And even here is the figure beside Deadpool. See, Deadpool's a lot bigger than him as well. But anyways, without further ado, I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Let's dive into the figure. So, I mean, a lot of good details in the figure. You can turn the head all kinds of ways. You could have him looking really far down. I mean, like really far down. Some nice poses there if you wanted to. He can be looking down to the side as well, or he can be looking straight up at you, or a little bit down, or hell, even, well, that's whenever his head pops off right there. But as far as him looking up, that's about as far as it goes looking up. Then you gotta make his ab crunch go like really far up if you want looking way more up like that. But yeah, head sculpt's pretty good. I love the shoulder pads here, and then also the details of his forearm hair, his arm hair, really nice. And I love the shiny blue. This is like awesome because it's a Mafex boot. Like I don't know, like I love Mafex figures, but like they can be like really pricey sometimes. So like it's always good to get a bootleg. So let's go over arm articulation. But no, before we go, I mean that's a pretty good ab crunch right there. I mean, you can have them going round and round, all the way to the side. Wow, that's not too bad. And also on this side. Alright guys, had a little mishap there. The battery on my camera went down. Had to charge it for a little bit. But we're going to go over the arm articulation here. We done went over the articulation of, oh, see there, it will pop off. The ab crunch, but it goes back on very smoothly. So you just be careful with that so you don't snap that potentially. Or just so it doesn't pop off. So arm articulation, so we got a little tiny wrist peg here. Of course it's, you know, import level articulation. Of course let's see which way it goes here. I believe it goes just that way. Just forward and down. So there we go. So the articulation, you got a little bit of swivel on his fist there. Really nice detail on the gloves. So say you want to have him kind of like that, flip it around. Same thing on this side, push it forward a little bit and backwards. On the arms here, obviously it looks like, you know, Mafex. You can extend his arms all the way out, or you can extend them in pretty far And he can also throw up his biceps. And I think you can take these off. I don't know if I recommend it. Yeah, I definitely don't recommend it, but I mean, you can if you want. I'm gonna leave him on though. But yeah, you can have him, you know, throwing up the biceps there. So all kinds of ways you can turn him around. And no, he has not been heated up. So yeah, he's fresh out of the box. And yeah, he probably does need to be heated up with a hairdryer. But you can swing his arms all the way around if you wanted to, but just for clarity, I'm not really gonna do that at the moment, because obviously his, well, you know what, screw it. I'll take off his little guards here just to show you guys. So there's one, see the clear hole right there? And then here's the other one. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And yes, his arm can go all the way around. And same on this side. And yes, he's very clicky. Very, very, very clicky. He's got these pullback butterfly joints. There's all kinds of stuff you can play around with that. I mean, doing all kinds of poses, which is always fun. You can have him leaping in the air at you, like, kind of like said so. I know I need to put the claw hands on him for that, but just a little cool pose there. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with this figure, guys. Would I recommend it? Definitely. For like less than 30 bucks on AliExpress, for sure. And the brown suit, also I recommend CT Toys version. It's a better option. It's more comic book accurate in the scale, and it's still in the 6-inch scale too. But it's, you know, Wolverine's short than most characters, so it is very comic accurate, in my opinion. And so yeah, there's this like arm articulation and wrist, hands, really nice detail on the back. Love the tiger stripe, and the belt's also really nice. And like I said, I mean, he can go down like that much, and he can go back a little bit as well, which is always nice. So now we're gonna get onto the leg articulation. So first, let's just go over right here. So he goes up about that much. I mean, you can turn him. This is just the leg. Yes, they do turn all the way around, but I'm pretty sure the hinges drop down just a bit. Said, you just got to be careful because you never know. Oh, see there? You hear it cracking? That's about as far as you're going to get up. Same thing with this one right here. I mean, that's about as far as you're going to get. I'm pretty sure. You can make him like bend in where he's like sitting, kind of like said so. Oh, said I'm just playing around with the figure because just now opening him. Very nervous though. I don't want him to break on me, because I know some bootlegs can do that, but CT has not broke on me so far, so I don't think it would, but you never know about figures. I don't like how that belt's come off there a little bit. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that back on there. I mean, you have to mash it under there. Yeah, something like that. That's my only really complaint, is that belt being a little bit up from the actual little joint piece here of his waist. That's my main complaint. I mean, that's not too bad of a complaint though, if you think about it, guys. So there's that. He can bend in the knees pretty well, and yeah, that does look like a little weird, but I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, in his knees there, make sure it's focusing well so you guys can see that. But I mean, pretty good articulation. I mean, you can literally have him leaping through the air or all kinds of stuff, just at the right camera angles and stuff could really make the figure look nice. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can have with him. I mean, you can have him kicking his legs out, or, you know, bending like I just showed you, or just a second. Yeah, there we go. Now we're going to dive into his boots. So we got the toe articulation right there. Pretty good. Obviously you got the ankle swivel. And yes, he can move his boot up or back and forth, up and down, whatever you want to say. It does kind of turn a little bit there. Can turn side to side, up and down. This one as well. So there's my review of just the figure alone, right? So now we're going to get into the second part of the video, which I went over the figure. So now we're going to go into the accessories and everything that comes with the figure besides just the figure alone. So I'll be back in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we're back, guys. So first accessory here is the Logan head sculpt. Really nice head sculpt. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, bare face. You know, he's not mad in this head sculpt. You know, he's just kind of giving the stare. But it's a really good head sculpt. And I love how he's got like the fangs, you know, like the with his hair, how his hair is like spiky on each side. Very comic accurate Wolverine. And he looks really pissed right there, like he's giving somebody the dead stare, which is awesome. And yes, at the end I will show the different accessories on the figure, but this is just going over the accessories itself. So there's the first alternate head sculpt. Secondary for that head, the accessory is the down cowl. It's the cowl that's like down on the back of his neck. So essentially he's got his mask taken off, but it's still attached to him. And it looks really nice, and you can use it for a Marvel Legend or any other Wolverine figure you got, but especially this figure. So really nice accessory right there. And third, for the head sculpt, we got Angry Wolverine. Really nice head sculpt. I love how big the ears are on the mask and how white the eyes are. Those comic accurate white eyes on a lot of comic characters are really cool, like Batman or Wolverine or Spider-Man or many other characters, you could say. But yeah, this looks really nice, and I love the sculpt on the teeth and the eyes and the whole mask itself. And they got a nice yellow too. So yeah, there's the 3 head sculpts. Obviously the one on the figure and then the 2 alternate ones. So now, moving on to the different hands. So, here we go. We got 2 alternate heads, or hands. So, these, you could either grab somebody with them, or say slap somebody, if you did a stop motion or something. Or in photography, Wolverine could be slapping somebody, holding something. Or this could be to take the cowl down, like for a stop motion, or toy photography. Or just if you're just playing around with your figures. But there those are. And then what you guys came for with Wolverine, obviously, his claw hands, which are like awesome. I do gotta admit, I do kind of like the curved claws or the more spaced out claws, but these claws are still really awesome. And I'm not too appalled by it, like these sets of claws. Like, they're more straight, I would say. And, you know, that's not too bad, because, I mean, Wolverine's claws are supposed to be like, they're supposed to either be really curvy or really straight. And these are like straight bare bone. And they're very comic accurate, I gotta say. Now, with the brown suit one, they had the curved claws, which those would be cool to go with this figure. But unfortunately, we just have the normal edition claws. But if you have the other figure, you can maybe do a customization of that, and you might ruin the figure as well, so it's better just to go with the alternate, or the claws that come with it, not the alternate ones. But yeah, so there is this part of the video. So now, oh, one more thing. Comes with a really cool action figure stand. Obviously, you know, normally most Mafex and SH Figure Arts and import figures come with a stand. So here's the stand. I'm not going to open the stand. You guys have seen the stands before, but just letting you know it's in there. Alright, so now I'm going to put his arm pieces back on there. His shoulder pads, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Back on the figure. I think that was the wrong one potentially. Probably was. Yep. Anyhow, put that one back on there. And I will be back in just a second. And whenever I get back, I will then show you guys comparison to a couple other Wolverine figures I have, and also up against the Hulk. And we'll close out the video from there. So alright, I'll be back in 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, so we're back. And right here, you guys are looking at the SH Figure Arts KO Hulk going up against the CT Toys blue and yellow suit Wolverine. So there's your little size comparison. You know, a little cool little shot for the video. I'm not sure many other people are showing this little comparison here, so trying to do something a little bit different than everybody else, you know. But there's also the really mad head sculpt there, and I put his claw hands on him, of course, which obviously Wolverine needs his claws. So there's that. And then also going to show the other head sculpts on the figure, and then a up close and personal look with the other Wolverine. So we got the Hulk one there. Now we're going to add in another Wolverine crouched beside him, MCU Wolverine. And we can also do one better and add in, I think it's Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, or whatever the case, it's a Wolverine variant, the one where he loses his one hand, and we'll add him in there into the fold, which is a really cool figure as well. So if he'll just stand, there we go. Ah, well, dang it. Anyways, we'll put him right there and have this Wolverine standing right here because he stands just a little bit better. Well, he might make a liar out of me. Okay, there we go. There's a couple of different Wolverines compared to him. And so now we're going to take off this head sculpt. We're going to put this accessory on there, which is his cowl being down. Oh, I need that to go down just a little bit more. There we go. Dropping things here. Well, gotta do it off camera just for a second. And there's how the down cowl looks on the figure with his Logan head sculpt. Really good head on the figure, and he's got his claw hands out, obviously. Now we're gonna pop the claw hands off, and we're gonna put his other hands on there, where he pulls his cowl down or up, or where he could just hold something. Well, if it'll go on there, which I'm hoping it will. Anyhow, you get the premise. He's like reaching back to put his cowl on, and then when he comes back down, and he doesn't have these hands on anymore, he has his claws out, which we'll put that hand on there, if it will graciously go on. There we go. Wish the claws wasn't so close together. That's my only gripe about it, but I mean, it is comic accurate, so not much I can complain about, to be honest. And it's, you get a Mafex remake of the figure technically by a bootleg company like CT Toys, but they kind of do it better. Like, quite frankly, they really do it better. And also you get it for like 80% off of what the price would have been normally. Like, this figure was like over $150, almost $200. And then CT Toys makes it for like 20, less than 30 bucks, which is amazing. So there's the claw hands with the just normal Wolverine head sculpt there. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. So I'm going to put him right here. So we went over articulation. We went over the box. We showed the accessories. We showed the accessories on the figure. We did a comparison with some of the other Wolverines. Oh, that's not good. We did a comparison with some of the other Wolverines. And we showed you him up against Hulk, which here's Hulk again. And yeah, so at the end, which we're at the end, I'm going to give you guys my initial thoughts. So would I suggest buying this guy for, you could say, less than $25 to $30? Because you got to think of shipping and stuff like that, but which isn't too much. But if you're wanting to know my final answer of, well, would you buy this guy? You know, as a action figure collector, as a enjoyer of these collectibles and of these action figures, I would suggest highly, if you like Wolverine and you want a comic accurate Wolverine and you're on a budget, or even if you're not on a budget and just want a really cool Wolverine and don't want to pay, you know, almost $200 for the Mafex version, then go for this for like less than $30. And yeah, it scales really well with other figures, and it's the most comic accurate Wolverine in Mafex form, I would say, or bootleg form, you could say as well. And it's really nice, and it goes well with other characters. So he would fit really well in your collection, and so would the brown suit CT Toys Wolverine. And I really do like CT Toys. I've bought a couple figures from them so far, and I plan to buy many more. They are cooking in 2025. So thank you CT Toys for providing this figure. Yes, of course I bought this figure, but thanks for making this figure and giving the collectors something that they can turn to whenever they just can't go for the more expensive imports. So thanks again. And this figure is, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Maybe a 9 out of 10, because there was just a couple things. But I mean, you can't really complain with this figure. I mean, there's not much you can complain about it. It's awesome. And once again, thanks for checking out this video. This video will probably be a little bit longer than my other videos, but I had to talk about this figure. I've had this figure since like January 5th or 6th or 7th, something like that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I got another video coming out Monday, so stay tuned for that. And I think I'm gonna try to do Mondays and Fridays from now on, unless there's something comes up. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, this review. I highly suggest getting this figure if you haven't got it. So that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm trying to get into the loop of stop motion. So thinking this week, maybe once these videos are filmed, I'm gonna start cooking with some ideas. So stay tuned. I know I've been telling you guys that for a minute, but I've got all the materials I need, and I just gotta put the time in and create some stuff. And thanks for tuning in. And this is CWF Toys signing off.